In this video,
I don't think I can go on with this.
you'll witness extreme halal food in Medan, Indonesia.
You eat the scale?
Of course.
And I'll learn how some women eat when they can't show their face in public.
You go to restaurants very often?
But first, let's back up. Indonesia has the highest Muslim population of any country in the world. Islam here began in northern Sumatra, where we are now. The religion has influenced their culture, but it's also influenced the local diet.
For this, it doesn't seem like it's difficult to make halal because there's no meat or anything here, right?
Yes.
Today, I'm following Andre, getting a closer look at how to eat like a local,
You have to drink it, not eat it.
including one-of-a-kind, home-cooked goldfish. And it all starts here.
I watched some of your video, it's very extreme food. I want to ask why this is like traditional dish usually.
Well, what would you consider extreme?
You know, like the whole pig on the table.
Why are you crying?
Look how good this food looks!
We don't eat like that at home.
It's interesting you say like the whole pig is so extreme, but for me, it feels kind of normal.
Oh yeah?
But I love trying food from everywhere around the world, whether it's that kind of food or something like this. What am I looking at here?
This is, we call rujak.
A sweet, dense, and addictive dish found on the streets of Medan. But there's a catch.
This looks like chilies or some kind of a
The
sambal.
whole of chili over here, yes. There's a level of the spice. This is middle level.
Oh gosh, mid-level in Indonesia is not safe.
Stone grind green chilies, then roast peanuts, unripe banana, tasari, a local shrimp paste, and palm sugar. Continue to grind until it congeals into an earthy brown paste. That is just the sauce. Now they slice and dice young papaya, star fruit, mango, water apple, jicama, and pineapple. Bring the fruit and sauce together, then roasted peanuts on top. Vendors like this dot the periphery of the Grand Mosque of Medan, where we're sitting right now.
Today, please do not adjust the heat for me. I can handle it.
Oh yeah?
Lenny Andriani, or Andre. She's called Medan home for 15 years. She's a food lover and a mother of 3.
Let's try it out. I find the spice to be pretty manageable. It's warm, but it's not so hot.
This is normal heat.
Is this a snack?
It's a snack.
I love this dish. It tastes good, it's sweet, has a delicious peanut base to it, and then each fruit has a little bit different crunch to it too. When's the last time you had this?
2 days ago, like this is like everyday meal, you know?
This is halal food, right?
Yes, halal food.
Halal food is food that's permitted for consumption according to the laws of Islam. That means, in most cases, no booze, no bugs, no pork, and no strange lizard creatures or geckos either.
Whenever I eat halal food, certainly it's going to be less extreme in some ways. But when I come to Indonesia, I find food like this that's very creative. What am I looking at here?
This is actually my favorite drink.
Jamu, a traditional drink meant to remedy a variety of ailments.
Cheers.
Cheers.
In lieu of booze, you could try getting a kick from this.
What?
Yeah.
What is
it's
that?
turmeric.
Turmeric and what?
Sugar, of course.
Of course. A woman just came by a second ago on a bicycle. She had a bunch of bottles in the back. And then now I'm looking at something that looks like water and turmeric and then a friggin' raw egg yolk. Is that honey?
Yeah, it's honey. Do you think that's extreme to eat the eyeball of the
Yeah.
fish?
You're saying this tastes like fish eyeball.
Almost like that. You want me to drink this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers.
I can't.
How was it?
I'm sorry.
Do you want to pretend like you did? That was a mouthful of flavor.
Yeah.
The egg yolk was kind of leathery on the outside. I thought it would just break right away. I had to chomp it, and then it was just an ooze in my
Yeah.
mouth with a bunch of honey. Wow, what an experience. My life flashed before my eyes. In Islam, I know when you go to the mosque, men and women are separated.
Yes, that's the rule of Islam.
It seems like the idea is to have the least amount of distractions as possible.
Yeah, that's right.
So do you feel more comfortable just being surrounded by women only?
Yeah, what should I have to do with men anyway? Like, if we're going to pray, we don't even talk with the women. We just like concentration and we do what we do.
I'm no expert on Islam. In my experience, each country interprets the Quran's guidance and laws in different ways, and each country thinks their way is the correct way. But Indonesia is no theocracy. Its citizens are free to present themselves to the public as they wish.
It's interesting because I've been to a place like Oman where I went with a Bedouin man to meet his family. He had to literally hide his wife and daughter in the house, then he could come out and speak to us. But then I come to a place like Indonesia, I sit across the table from you, no problem.
Me coming here, of course, my husband is give me permit to come here. So basically, the regulation is the same, but how they apply it based on their heart.
One of my goals today is to seek understanding. As an outsider, it's difficult to comprehend the purpose of some Muslim practices, like this next woman, who's not shown her face in public for years. Is this a life she chose for herself? And on a more practical level, how does one eat when their face must remain hidden? To find out, we've come here. A local restaurant with one and only one jaw-dropping dish.
Oh,
Whoa.
this looks like it's from a T-Rex. It is gigantic. What do you call this?
Sum sum.
Sum sum.
Bones, beef bones that are boiled and simmered in a broth for hours. Upon serving, they're seasoned with nutmeg, shallot sauce, garlic, pepper, and MSG, then finally a sprinkle of dried celery and onions.
There's a bit of meat and fat on the outside, cartilage too, and then the broth that everything is inside
Yeah.
of. So even though it's bones, there's still plenty to eat.
Not the bone, yeah.
Well, yeah, we don't eat the bone. I figured that part out.
Joining us, Andre's friend Aisha.
Aisha, for you, is this a difficult thing to eat?
No.
Have you already tried this? You have to drink it, not eat it.
You have to drink the marrow?
Yeah.
Wow, it is like a shot of butter. Super fatty, very, very rich. That is wild.
That's why we don't eat this every day.
For you, what is the best part here?
It's everything. The meat outside this also a great treat. Try one.
The fat, the cartilage, the meat is so tender. It's unbelievable.
Very soft.
Aisha,
Yes?
I've never eaten with someone who wears the niqab. It's the first time for me. And as a man sitting down with two women, every time you eat, I'm wondering, should I look away? Can I still look at you and speak to you?
Yeah.
What is the proper etiquette?
Boleh ditengok kalian ya? Kalau misalnya kalau ngobrol kan boleh ditengok ya.
Hanya untuk wanita.
Nanti wanita ya. They're wearing the cover. She say that I only socialize with women. Yeah.
Atau untuk bila dalam majelis ilmu yang
You are the guest, come here, you want to know what is this, so we can meet you for a special occasion only.
Do you go to restaurants very often? Not often. It seems like it would be difficult.
no, karena kan harus terjaga ya kayak
Normal
gini.
this is okay, but this one is special because this is extreme food.
What do you think? Good?
I like it. Yes. This is my first time.
Your first time?
Yes.
I want to pour in some of this broth, trying to get it like a bone marrow soup.
For sure you're gonna gain some weight after.
It is so rich and fatty, but man, that is absolutely delicious.
Fatty.
Can I ask how old you are? Is that rude? I have no idea.
She's 35.
Do you have a job?
Rumah Tafis.
She's a teacher.
So for women who follow Islam, I notice some don't wear any coverings, some wear a hijab, some wear the niqab, but why should you be covered?
The principle, the rule is we want to avoid the attention.
Layer by layer, I didn't know narrowness in my childhood.
In the teachings of Islam, men and women are advised to dress modestly. Both the hijab and niqab are interpretations of modest dress for women.
Who decides what the woman wears?
The woman herself. The husband also have authority.
In some societies, wearing a hijab is limited to married women. In others, girls begin wearing the hijab after puberty.
In some cities, like Jakarta, many working women wearing the hijab, going out, doing business, but they're wearing lipstick, a lot of makeup, they have their eyes done. To me, that just seemed like an interesting contrast. You know, on one hand, there's a form of modesty, on the other hand, there's a form of wanting to be seen.
Yeah, sometimes people want to follow a little bit and a little bit more, but the standard rules is there.
Now, Aisha, in what situations can you take off the niqab?
Di rumah saat hanya dengan
She can take off the niqab only with all women and also with family. Or if in the restaurant they have like a private room, she can take it off.
Oh. I think that for some Western people who aren't able, like me, to sit down and ask questions directly, we have this idea that the way I see you in the street is the way you must look and behave everywhere in your life. And that you just are always like in this prison of fabric, never able to express yourself. But it sounds like there's plenty of places where you're still open, you're still free, and just doing what most other people do.
Yeah.
Next up, a food permissible in Islam, but completely controversial in the USA where it's considered a pet.
When my team told me we're going to be eating goldfish, I thought, there's no way.
Here in Andre's home, tucked into the city's edge, you'll find a familiar sight. 3 young girls at play and food cooking in the kitchen.
I was excited to come here today because you're doing some home cooking. Oh, hi. Oh, okay. They wanted attention and then they got too much and they got overwhelmed. You have a home-cooked meal here and a goldfish.
Yeah.
A lot of people have these as pets,
Yes, because it's so pretty, and also the color is also special too.
but the flavor is even better than that?
Yeah, even better.
Arsik is an Indonesian spicy fish dish that's only reserved for special occasions. Blend together a potent mix of turmeric, ginger, andaliman, a type of pepper, kemiri, or candle nut, shallots, garlic, green chilies, and red chilies. Now, the fish. Add to the pan along with long beans, lemongrass, leeks, tomato, and torched ginger. It's a type of perennial tropical plant that folks here use for food and for medicine. Finally, add the sauce, some salt, and water, and cook for hours until the sauce becomes thick.
So we have the fish here.
But you must be very careful with the bones because goldfish are very well known with the bones stuck in our throat.
And then what, you eat rice?
No, people believe that. We have to stir up the plate to take it out. And then, I don't know.
That doesn't seem, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm not one to shun any culture, but turning your plate like you're steering a ship doesn't feel like it would remove the bone from your throat.
The scale actually is not removed like the other fish that we eat.
Oh yes, it's not a skin, that is just legit scales on there. Okay, let's try it out. Wow, this is like a flavor bomb. It is so spicy. I taste lemongrass, it's super fragrant, very spicy. My face is turning red a little bit, but beyond that, I cannot get over taking a bite of that skin. You're eating like chewy, crunchy scales of the fish. I've never had that before. Oh, I got a little bit of bone.
Okay, have you stirred it up? See? Oh. You do believe it, right?
I don't believe it.
No.
I was waiting to die.
You can eat the chunk of rice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Or you can try this also.
Oh, the whole head? Thank you so much. Very nice. The cheek meat is the best. How often do you eat fish?
Fish every day, but goldfish is not every day. Maybe like once in a year. It's expensive because with that amount of money that you buy, you only get a little meat.
I love how purely a mom you are. Your kids just keep coming continuously, asking for things, and you're tending to them, and it doesn't interrupt a single thought that you have.
I have 3 kids, I get used to it.
Right, exactly. I want to try this really quick. Is that bread?
Actually like a pancake.
Ooh, that looks awesome.
Roti jala, a net pancake that's made from flour, coconut milk, ground turmeric, pandan powder, and blue pea flour. It's the perfect vehicle for her chicken curry.
Really nice. It's spicy. I taste it up my nostrils. I love the coconut cream. There's layers of spices. It's very rich. It all soaks up into that roti jala, and then it's just so fun to chew on. What do you think makes Indonesian food special?
I'm so thankful that I live in Indonesia, so I can see there's so many diversity from the west side of Indonesia, like Sumatra, Java. Mostly people are Muslim, and we eat Muslim food.
Even though Indonesia has the largest population of Muslims in the world, it's a country also home to some of the most extreme tribes, cultures, and ways of life.
For you women, would you say Indonesia is a Muslim country?
Of course, it's Muslim country, but in here, the government is republic. The regulation is not based on Islam regulation.
Well, my mission for the rest of the time I'm in Indonesia is to kind of seek out these other groups, these fringe groups, the people who are less known, less represented, and to discover them, their culture, and their food. But first, I wanted to hang out with all of you today, get to know some of the more halal food, and I had an incredible time. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Very nice for us too, having this with you.
Best Ever Food Review Show is a small team of independent creators, and everything we do here works because of you guys. Click the link in our description to join our Patreon and receive exclusive benefits. A peace. How many different types of fruit are in here?
Raw papaya, guava, there's cucumber.
Is this from a horse?
No, it's a cow. I was questioning where did they put the bones after we eat them.
Feed it to the dogs?
No.
If I gave this to my dog,
They was like,
she would faint.
Yes.
You really committed. It was all the way in your mouth.
Yeah, I can't.
What happened? Did you panic?
I thought that I'm gonna throw up.
All right, can we dig in?
Okay.
Please show me the way.
Okay, do you want it with rice?
I want it however you're gonna have it.
I don't eat rice too much today because we...
Low carb.
Okay,
I
low
like
carb.
it. What would be a more ideal thing to eat that works better with the niqab?
Hanya
Accept this because this is extreme food.
Oh, just maybe something not so like wet and sticky
Yeah.
and like big.
We only eat this with you.
Okay. Guys, that is the end of our first video here in Indonesia, but we have so much more to come. 5 more videos. Stay tuned because we have so much more for you. That is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Peace. All right. I'm gonna go find some haram food now.